David, welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because it's March and we have like only a month and a half to our live show, and we are here with Miss Kim D.
Woo! Tickets are selling like crazy. As a matter of fact, David, check because a whole bunch of my friends just bought their tickets too.
They better listen. I want 5 signups a day from you, Kim.
You got it. You got it. My peeps are coming in strong. Coming in strong. As a matter of fact, I think we have to, when we're there, we're just going to have to say, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you bought tickets for Kim.
Yes, baby. That's exactly what we're going to have to say. Like, listen, I run a tight ship here, and we need to know what tickets came in through Kim and what tickets came in through David. And like, you got to earn your keep, girl.
That's right. That's exactly right. So guys, come on, don't let me down. Let's go buy those tickets.
I mean, everyone could say they got a ticket from Kim and not because of me. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. David can handle it. He can. Oh, and by the way, David and I definitely decided to have merch there. I will have posh t-shirts, posh sweatshirts. David's going to have a ton of mugs. So we're selling merch. I got some real cute new stuff too. I might even get something even more special, for there.
I mean, listen, people go crazy. I'm going to say, well, that day, if I don't send you one before, I'm going to get you the behind the velvet. And that's it, Kim. You could drink out of your other mugs before you get on the show and after. When I get you this mug,
when we do the show, I'll be using
That's fair. We're going to be matched.
Okay.
This is professional here. We have to have 2. Maybe we'll even, you know what? Maybe we'll even, you're not going to want it. I was going to say, maybe we could even drink our drink for the night out of the mug on the stage.
I'm going no.
I know you're going to be fancy and you're going to want your wine and your wine glass.
I'm fancy pants. I want my wine glass.
Oh my God. Okay. God. Girl, let's start with some real life stuff before we get. There's a lot with the actual episode, so we got a lot to cover here. I got so much to say.
Last week we had so much I couldn't go over the finale reunion of season 1. So we're going to cover that today because I got a lot of inside scoops. So don't let me forget. But last week we just had way too much. Way too much.
And you know what it is? I like nothing shocks me and I go a mile a minute. And so like things that I just skip over sometimes, these wonderful listeners make it a thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, you're right. So like last week, we had this woman on the show, Fessler, who said she fucking hates that bitch about Siggy. I mean, those were her exact words. I mean, you got the text sent to you from Siggy. Siggy doesn't give a fuck if we sell them, as you say. We didn't do that. We posted them. Every blog picked them up. And so I skipped over the fact, but all these listeners are like, wait, did Jen Fessler really get Bravo to take out the fact that she said I fucking hate Siggy? Because that's what the girl said, Jen Fessler. That's what you said in your text to Siggy. Now, I don't know if Jen Fessler thinks. Now, also, Jen Fessler, you're like best friends with Margaret. So does Margaret know? I mean, she knows now, but like, so this is, I mean, look at when she had a breakup with Siggy, she did become best friends with Margaret. She said it in the damn show. I've heard about this woman for 3 years. They're friends. So like, I wonder what Margaret thinks about you sending these texts. But girl, do you think Siggy is like a moron? Like, first of all, she doesn't care, but you didn't get this shit taken out by Bravo. So all these listeners are like, wait, did she really do that? And I started thinking, I'm like, oh my God, you're right. We just skipped over this. The bitch is already lying.
Yep. I don't see it. I don't see Fessler. I just don't see what everyone thinks is so funny. I don't see it.
She's not going to, I don't think she's going to last. I'm sorry.
I don't see it. We already caught her on a major lie. I just don't see what everyone thinks is so funny. I don't get it. I just don't. So whatever. That's, I like the 2 new girls. I like them.
They're staying and we're going to get into that.
Oh yeah. They're not going nowhere. I loved when Jackie said to Danielle, get your hands out of my face. And she put him even in her face even more. Like, that's the way I talk. I mean, they're not shy. They say what they want. They do what they want. They're not shy. I like it. I like both of them.
And I'm telling you, and we'll get into this in a little bit too. I'm telling you, it's like the way that this is being edited, just like when I said Lisa Rinna was being fired and the way this is being edited, it doesn't matter if these girls are even interesting now. It's like they are though, but this is truly being edited. Like that party scene, I'm watching it. I'm like, this is the transition season, Kim. This is it. Melissa, and I would venture to say others, are going to be gone next season. This is it. Yeah. This is the Dolores, Siggy, then Margaret, Remember that transition?
Yep.
And then
Yep,
remember
yep.
we had another transition, Jennifer and Jackie. This is it. This is the last season. So everyone take this dynamic in, because we have big changes after this season in New Jersey.
Jackie won't be back. Fessler won't be back. Neither one. Jackie's definitely not coming back.
And I personally think 2 other people are going. 2.
I know you
one.
do. I know.
Not 1. I think 2.
I know you do.
I think definitely 1. Certainly
All right.
Melissa. But the way this is being edited, if you really pay attention, really, of who's getting a little bit less time and a little, I can't explain when it's time, but it just, certain things are starting to feel old. Because here's my thing.
Because it is old.
It is old. Well, here's the thing. Before we get into Teresa's new interview that she just did.
Oh, that was great.
When they listen, okay, so let's just talk about next season, and then we get into everything else. So when they said like next season, she said next season, she laughed. She's like, I'm done. I'm done. No, Teresa doesn't have the power. Andy Cohen alone doesn't have the power. But overall, I mean, but she says I'm done. She laughed. She's like, I'll never speak to them again. Let me tell you, here's the thing. Let's play devil's advocate, right? Let's just say I'm wrong. Let's say Melissa Gorga is back. Now, there's 3 things that could happen with Melissa being back, okay? First of all, they're just not going to speak to each other, as Teresa says. Now, which I believe. Now, how are we going to film that? How is that going to be a whole season? Guess what, Kim? We have that now. We have that right now. They're barely speaking now.
When I filmed with Teresa, no one, Caroline, Jacqueline, Kathy, Melissa, none of them were filming with her. When she comes out in the green pageant dress on the stage, and I stuck up for her, no one was filming with her. That's when she did the talking behind my back and all that kind of stuff, and she made up with the Gorgas. No one was talking to her. So they've been down this road before,
and it doesn't end well. It doesn't last very long. I mean, and I think, I agree with you. They've been down this road. I think that's now, though. I think they're basically hardly speaking now. I think like that was a setup call. They called Gorga. I mean, they're just not
but Teresa
speaking.
has been right now watching this. I cringe. Teresa is bending over backwards to like talk to her brother. I would have already, after the way he spoke to Louis, both of them should have said, excuse me, who do you think you're talking to? Okay. And I'd had anything. Now she's asking him, can we squash this? Can we have peace? Can you come to my party? Like, wow. She went above and beyond anything I would do.
Yeah.
He called Louis garbage.
And she said in the interview that she just did, she said, like, listen, I haven't spoken to them since. She has not spoken to them. Like you've been saying.
But David, look what she did just last night.
I know.